It's 5 o'clock and you're off the clock with B-Sky. Today's a really special one. All right, we're rekindling new conversations with old friends. We got with us today the legend Freddie King. Now, guys, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Let's get into it.
And that's a guarantee.
So, Freddie, long time no see. It's been a while since I last seen you.
No, it has been a minute. Matter of fact, you was about that tall.
Oh yeah,
last time. So
it's been a good minute. Now let's talk about duck season coming up, right? So the last couple seasons have been kind of rough. Obviously, water or not enough birds, pressure, whatever it may be. What do you think about this season?
Well, I mean, this season, in all honesty, up until today, or let's say yesterday, was shaping up to be like last year, which pretty much sucked. But we have had a major amount of rain the last couple of days. They show the rivers really jumping, spiking. So with that, we always get this flight of birds right now. And it's about 2 to 3 weeks before season comes in. And normally we don't have enough water to hold those birds till a season comes in, give them enough area to spread out for those first few days of season. So we're going to definitely have an opening part of season that's a heck of a lot better because of this rain, this water that's coming down the river systems. And we're not going to blow them out so fast. So we're, instead of having 1 day or 2 days of good season, we're going to probably get maybe 3 to 4. Maybe even the whole first split. Who knows? It just depends on where you're at. So
you guys getting excited about duck season?
Oh, I'm fired up, man.
Dude, it's almost here.
Oh, Daryl, you already been whacking the ducks already.
I know, but it's not the same. You know, like every time we go places, I mean, Freddie, you can attest this. Like you go a lot of places, shoot them, but it ain't like get in a boat, like run a hole and then shoot them in the boat. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just not the same.
The timber is just
it's like different. It's like us going to Illinois deer hunting. Like, you know, it's different up there.
Right,
it's just like it's amazing. That's how it feels like being here hunting. You know, it's just like it's different. It feels better.
And from what I've heard, I mean, up in Canada, it looks like it's gonna be a great year.
Yeah, they're whacking them up there.
Yeah, we heard
people are banging on. I got a buddy right now that's 2 different outfitters up there, and one of them's killed over 17,000 ducks.
Man,
golly, that's a good match.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean that's crazy.
Yeah, we're hearing from everybody that there's a lot of ducks up there.
I really hope that it's just like one of them seasons that's just like gets us back in the swing.
We know last year was right
because it was so rough.
Last year was terrible.
Last year makes people sell their waders.
I'm telling you, dude.
Some people sold their waders.
I think some people sold their dogs.
Just finding a place to hunt. I mean,
it was so dry.
It was horrible, and it was so dry. I mean, people were having to pump 2 to 3 to 4 times a season just to keep water if they had their own places. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The places that I have leased and that I can hunt, we literally went from killing 800-900 birds a year in one spot to 63, I think, last year.
That's horrible.
That's bad. I mean, that's bad. But I got, luckily, a few places, some buddies, that saved our season, helped us, and then we got them time or 3 on the ground too.
So Fred, there's a really good chance that this season's gonna be better than
it's going to be. It's already. It's already.
I think everybody's
ready for better.
Yeah. Everybody's happier with it.
It can't get
any
worse.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the rain. It's raining right now.
No, I mean that's just
nice.
I mean it's what basically about
2 weekends.
Yeah, 2 weekends away from opening, and we getting a big rain. All the rivers are coming out of the bank. Now it may have only last for 36, 48 hours. Well, this rain might put it a little bit longer. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
I think there's more
the
rain
main thing
coming.
is it's putting water in all those lows.
Yeah,
and folks have got their gates closed. All these other grounds that we need to hold ducks. While idiots like us are running around, they're gonna have places to hide, and that's normally we always have a good opening weekend, no matter where you're at, or opening day, let's say. But we bang them out so fast when they don't have places to hide and go to.
So this
year they're going to
longer.
have it. So we're going that. I mean, this year we're liable to have 5 to 7 days of opening week of season.
I hope so. We need a good duck season.
I mean, it's really been like probably 3 years since the opening week has been like worth hunting.
Yeah.
Like where you can
After
kill
the
them
first
consistently.
morning.
Yeah, you're like, well, it's done.
It's kind of like dove hunting, you know. They get them that first morning, never after that.
Yeah, Daryl, you're doing deer hunting.
I know.
Oh,
signed up for it. I think it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna drive him crazy too because we're actually taking the girls home.
Well, I don't know.
So he's not even
showing me a picture of them deer. I mean, I'm like, well, you know what? The duck is only this big. They look like that. So
I mean, I get to shoot ducks the whole rest of the year.
You got
you know,
January.
You got a good deer on camera.
I know.
I mean, we missed like 3 turns back to back today going to the boat ramp. because of your deer.
That is true.
Well, you got
His name's the General.
Yeah, you got a 140,
Hey.
150 on camera, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a good deer.
Maybe 150.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's right around.
We'll play
150.
him. We'll play him low for now, so that way if I miss or something crazy happens.
Well, I promise if Daryl misses, we will never know. Daryl's not going to tell us if he misses.
Yeah, Will.
Oh, we're gonna hear him.
I'll be sick. You're gonna hear me across the lease.
Throwing a temper tantrum.
I'm gonna break it across the boat.
Oh, you'll be ready to duck hunt then, won't you?
So, Freddie, long time, huh?
It's been a minute.
I'm glad you're
been a
here,
minute.
man.
I mean, it's been 18, 19 years.
It has been a long time.
I mean, that's 2 decades.
I know it.
Say it like that, son. It's some time.
Yeah, Ashley was super stoked. You know, we got a call and was talking to you, and she was super stoked that you're coming on board. And even if it just wasn't about boats, is just a friendship. The experience.
Well, I mean, that's just it. We go way back. We
Yeah.
go back. I mean,
remember all the problems we had developing product and building stuff, and
I mean, here's the thing. I still got the very first boat, very first boat that Tim put in my hands.
Yeah.
And that sucker's got a 90 on it on a 15-footer or something.
Hey,
So Tom, for the people that don't know, are you saying that Freddie's switching to a Havoc boat? Is that what you're saying? After 2 decades of driving another boat, is that what we're saying right now?
Pretty much it.
Is that because I think
that's what I think.
I think is that what they're saying?
Well, the thing about it is Rooster come home finally.
They do come home.
That's right.
Always.
Hey, but do you know why the step transom was ever developed? Because Rick Dunn was driving it the very first time. Do you know why?
Well, I don't remember that.
He called me. He called me and he said, I broke a tiller handle. He was running.
That's right.
He was running in a Yamaha.
Yep.
And he broke the tiller handle. We replaced the tiller handle. He broke it again, and that's when we developed the kick up for the F4 XL.
And it's a good one.
Yeah,
I mean,
the kick up is still doing a good job.
Yeah, it's doing a good job. But that's golly, that's been a minute.
It's a long time, huh?
So
Brandon was like a baby.
almost 20 years ago, pretty much for the most part. So where was that? Where were you at that time? Were you in Mountain View or
we were at
Clinton?
Clinton.
Is that what it was?
Before the tornado hit us.
Yeah, matter of fact, I had
It wasn't Clinton though.
Yeah, it was in Clinton. No, it was Clinton because I had y'all were going to repaint another boat brand for me at that time that got destroyed. And I don't know where it's at. It could be in anywhere.
Yeah.
No, there's still boats not counted for.
Exactly. I mean, that tornado come through there and just ripped it out. But that's how long it's been. And that's 18 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean.
Yeah, because
Well, and y'all stayed.
I forgot what we was talking about there all of a sudden. That happened.
Well, it was just
older too.
And y'all were still together though. Y'all were still together though, all the way up to the point, I guess, where you left Excel, huh?
Yeah.
So when you left from Mountain View, and that was when y'all kind of split ways for a while. You know what I mean?
I don't know really why. I mean, I don't know. I just think I went on with started building the edge boats.
Yeah. And we never really split. We always talked.
Right.
We always had conversations.
But that was the last time y'all were,
together. And I hate to say you put pen, name to paper and stuff, and you kind of locked in a spot, that kind of thing. So,
well, research and development never ends with us, and that's what's so exciting about, Freddie is like, hey, let's develop some new stuff. Let's come up with something new. What are you guys experiencing in the woods that we need to fix?
Exactly.
And now,
there's so much. But
now it's harder than ever, though.
It's harder than ever because every boat out there looks like a Havoc now. But it's okay.
And we're pushing it to the limits. Like everything new is like closer and closer to the limits of what you can physically do.
Oh, and there's no doubt about it. And not to kind of go marketing sales or whatever, but from the outside looking in, that's what I've seen strong amount of out of Havoc, just pushing the limits, development, making sure you're staying on top of the game, and walking through the factory over here and some of the stuff you're showing me. I mean, that's why, and it's top notch.
I'm just scared of losing, Freddie.
Well, I mean, hey, that's part of the game. If you ain't always striving and pushing forward, I promise you're taking steps back.
Going into like a step forward, you got today's the first day you got your hands on a Freedom rig that had the Freedom outboard. It's a souped up heavy duty outboard for people that don't know.
And I think it's going to be the wave of the future.
I believe so too. What's your thoughts on that?
Give us your initial thoughts before you drove it. Like, what do you?
Well, I mean,
what do you think?
I've seen enough of it. Of course, you get little hints of things coming in the future, that sort of thing. But I seen enough of it. I was like, man, this right here could work. Yeah, this could be something. And then in all honesty, not going back to that sales pitch or whatever, but with Tim having his hands on it, I felt like, all right, there's something to this, and there's something to this. And so I wasn't a bit skeptical about it whatsoever, because I'd heard enough. And then the second I got in it and heard it hit the water, and then, the second I turned the throttle, I said, it's on.
Yeah.
The second I hit the throttle, I said, it's on.
Oh, as soon as you took off.
The way
just the way it just bounced out. And that's with me 100% admitting that, I don't run jack plates on my stuff, my little stuff.
Right.
So I'm not quick to react. And of course I didn't know how to work the tiller and handle on. I know how to work it. It's just faster than what I'm used to, and
because you're used to mud motors and stuff like that,
right. But and so it took me just a second to kind of figure that out. But I could tell instantly. It didn't matter. I could tell instantly that this right here is a game changer, 100%. And knowing what it will do in shallow water and how quick it can lift and stuff. It's 100, and plus it's quiet.
The acceleration.
And when you say comfortable, anybody that's got mud rigs knows that you kind of got to be a man to drive one, especially if you're going powering in the corner and stuff, and you throttling into it. If you ain't holding on to that son of a gun, it's either going to push you out or pull you out.
Yeah.
One or two. It's going to do the two. There ain't none of that with this boat right here. I could stand there and stand straight up and let it ride on my hip or whatever, and it's not going to move me whatsoever. I had complete control of that boat whatsoever. And the great thing about it was that I could tell that it's fast.
Yeah.
When I say fast, it on that boat right there, that's a 1756 with a 50 horse Freedom.
Yeah.
And
2 base Freedom. Yeah.
Okay. And that son of a gun would get squirrely if I wasn't careful.
Yeah.
And when I say squirrely, that's because I was going over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's because I couldn't.
What's so nice about the motor is that it's just the beginning, because we only got one prop. We know
the prop I was running was a spinner too.
Yeah.
People that may not have seen the video, we went alligator hunting. What we did was we took that Freedom rig out there and we loaded it up with 12 gators and 3 people in the boat, and it still ran the same speed. The same. That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's
the amount of weight it was hauling.
The load capacity of the Freedom is unmatched.
Yeah.
And when you start comparing it to what we have now to use in the timber, I think it's going to be a game changer. And I'm excited to see Freddie get in one. And when he first took off, my wife says, "Boy, technology's changed, hadn't it?"
Oh my! It's
crazy,
incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's crazy.
Going back to not to talk about another brand or whatever, but the mud rigs, just having straightforward. That's it.
No cut.
No, that whatsoever. Just straightforward. Drop it in water and go.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. But
years ago, 18 miles an hour, Freddie.
Exactly.
18 miles an hour of a mud rig. Years ago.
That's it.
20 years ago.
That's it. And this rig right here is hauling butt. Mm-hmm. But not only that, it's super easy to drive. It cuts like nobody's business.
I seen you out there. You busting a bunch of loops, cutting hard, turning. I was like, he's definitely seeing what he can do turning right here.
Right. And what I was really trying to do was, of course, see the turning radius of the boat while throttling up, but also when you let off, when you make that first turn, trying to feather that tree or whatever that's always sitting in front of, that is coming up, that sort of thing. And I'd let off of it. And most of the time when you're letting off and the prop starts coming up, when you're used to running mud rigs, you're kind of getting that boat to kind of slide, and then you have to power into it. This son of a gun, it's sticking the whole time. So if you ain't careful, you're going to turn in front of that tree instead of sliding around. So there's going to be a major learning curve. Hey, this thing's going to bite. Yeah. It's biting the whole time. It's biting.
And it's an empty boat.
Yeah. And it's going to be even better with another person in it. So if it's doing that by myself, with one person in it, and me weighing right at 200 pounds, that's pretty meaty.
Yeah. I like how you drive a boat.
And I think that's think that's a benefit too, Freddie, because like, you know, I ran a mud rig for a while too, and you know, when you that mud motor, that slide is not, you can't really factor in how far it's going to slide, when it's going to slide. But like with having these boats and being able to turn with this Freedom rig, is when you get ready to turn, you know, every time when I turn it, it's turning right then.
Exactly.
You know, you're not planning for a slide. Like, okay, I hope I don't slide too far and I can hit it fast enough. You know that on a mud motor, that motor, when you let off of it, it kind of raises up too. And that's what that's when you start hitting trees, because it's up. And if it doesn't kick down fast enough on that slide, you're cooked.
And here's something else.
I love the way you sit in the boat too.
I'm telling you.
Is that old school or what?
Well, it is. And sometimes I'm sitting on my left ankle, and sometimes I'm sitting on my right. It just
swap them out.
I actually sit on my front. That was funny.
And the great thing about this, there's no effort in me turning.
Yeah.
There's no effort whatsoever, man. I'm not having to work it. I'm not having to lean into it or anything. And I'm able to keep control of the boat.
Yeah.
And I'm going a lot faster than folks think right here. I mean, I'm moving. And the great thing is this rig right here, most mud rigs, when you jump on a long straightaway, let's say we're running a big river, and you got a 15-minute run, that son of a gun will wear you
absolutely.
out. I mean, it'll wear you out. By the time you get your whole arms hurting, everything, right here you're not.
So a big misconception on the Freedom rig is people think that the Freedom rig is there to replace mud motors. That's not necessarily the case.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's an outboard that's comfortable, drives like an outboard, but it's capable of doing that mud motor stuff when you need it.
Exactly. You're gonna be able to slip over logs. You're gonna be able to dry run it for an extended amount of time. You're going to be able to. I mean,
we're at peeing.
Say again?
Yeah, we're about peeing, sucking up all that mud and trash.
Right. I mean, you ain't going to worry about that as far as an outboard doing that sort of thing. And 100%, you're going to be able to pretty much jump those beaver dams and everything else that you were doing in your mud rigs that were tearing those tearing outboards and stuff up. But I don't think you're going to have that kind of issue.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we've tested and ran this thing all over the place.
Yeah, one thing you'll notice about it when you get your hands on it, you get to drive it some more, is what's nice is some areas when you need to get over things like logs or whatever it may be, you're not able to hit it full throttle to have the power to get over it. What I like about the Freedom rig is as soon as you hit the throttle, it's instant. You know, you're not you're not having to wind up RPMs and dump it to try to.
No, you ain't having to make, I can make that and then back around and come running again. You can sit there
you just
a quarter of the distance and pop it.
Yeah, you pop it right over. Yeah. I mean, that's handy.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's super handy.
Well, I mean, you got outboard. What you have is, I hate to call it, in a mud rig, but you have outboard force at your fingertips in a mud style rig.
And the prop is so close to the boat.
Yeah. That's what gives you that tight turn too, and it sticks.
It gives you the instant power. It makes a big difference. And one thing I notice versus a Freedom and the other motors is that getting on pad, just like you said earlier, it allows you to get on pad quickly and fast to get momentum to get through that really nasty stuff with less problems. It's less effort, I guess.
Well, it's oh yeah, and the great thing about it is, once you pop up on pad, you can do it. Get it up there. You can sit there and feather it and run it just at the lowest speed that you need to, and just sit there and just bump it and just keep it riding right there, just on the edge, and then make those nice little turns going through tight timber and stuff, and stay on pad so you can actually eat those shallow areas up, and that's a game changer.
I guarantee you the fins on that motor helps that boat do that.
It does. It
actually accounts for like wings, and it packs that water. So as soon as you get on pad, those wings kind of hold the stern up.
It does.
And it keeps that boat level. That way you can cruise to the timber slowly.
It also allows you to run it so much higher because
it is.
Because of the fact that it is cupping water. It's almost like instead of having
it's forcing it back down on the prop somewhat.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Even though this prop slips a lot. And I'm not a big fan of this prop.
That prop turns out to be a 14-pitch prop.
That's a 14-pitch prop.
So
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I mean, I could have hit the rev limiter easy.
Absolutely.
But me, I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Right.
I was like, you know what? This is fast enough for me right here with all these cameras on. I might just eat something if I ain't careful.
Yeah.
I seen you out there. David and Daniel's like, do this. I'm like,
He's trying to feel it.
we don't want to get Freddie wet on the first day.
Yeah. Gotta ease into it.
We gotta have something to do on the second day.
Yeah. He'd be like, no, this ain't for me. He was too fast.
So after driving it, and just a really quick answer, do you see it being something that is going to stick and move us into the future when it comes to duck hunting? And
I can't see how it's not. I mean, it's the versatility of a mud rig, mud motor, in an outboard,
especially in flooded timber,
and
especially
flooded.
I mean, not necessarily just flooded timber,
shallow rivers, and
just
and folks
anything.
Anything like that. I mean, there's a lot of places I know folks that fish that like to fish oxbows and stuff, and they coming in off the river and that sort of thing. And it's a tool to where you have to have a mud rig to get to some of those oxbows.
Mm-hmm.
Right here you go. Now you've got something that you can travel a long distance on a river to get to those oxbows.
Yeah,
and not only that, to me, it seems like that son of a gun is going to be an extremely efficient with fuel.
It is.
It is.
It really, because I'm telling you that the throttle response on that thing is crazy.
It is crazy.
It's quick, and it doesn't feel like the motor is taxed whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, and I got to keep telling myself that's a 1756 with the 50 on it. And that motor's rated for a 60.
That's right.
You put a 60 on that son of a
with the right pitch prop.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and
it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Just
well,
the beginning.
here's the thing. I'm a 2-prop pitch guy, or a 2-prop guy anyway. I carry 2 props. I carry no matter what. I've got one when it's me by myself, and maybe a dog. I'm whole running, whatever. I hate to say that, but if I'm whole running, and then what next prop is for load. If I got 4 guys,
I figured you had somebody run your holes for you.
Well,
I mean, you are a legend,
Well, I mean,
but you can't trust everybody to get the job done.
I guess so.
That's just it. I've pulled the boys off of things. No, I better take this one.
Well, the thing is, like, you almost got to be a legend
then again,
to run the hole for a legend.
Well, people respect.
You know what I mean?
Like, if you pull up to some people can pull up to the boat ramp, be kind of like, hey. You see some people, they're like, where are you going? Like, that's not how this works. Palorino said it best.
No.
You tell me where you're going. I tell you need to get a plan B.
That's it.
Man, I'm excited for this duck season. I think there's a lot of big things coming. I think hopefully it's going to be a good year, which I think it is.
It's already a good year. Freddie's here. So, Freddie, you happy?
I'm always happy.
Yeah. You look good, Freddie.
Do I? For a 58-year-old man, I guarantee you. So.
Yeah, actually,
58 good.
Actually says that she doesn't remember as much gray in your beard.
Well, what's so funny about that is I posted a picture of me 10 years ago with a dog named Thief that I have today.
I remember Teal.
Yeah, Teal. Yeah. And boy, that's a long time ago.
It was a long time.
But anyway, Thief, and got him as a puppy, and I looked at the picture. I'm holding him. We're sitting in the truck and stuff. Ain't a bit of gray on me whatsoever. And I'm like, man, look, I ain't got no wrinkles and no eye bags. And
10 years.
Yeah, and I took one this morning with him. I'm like, holy smokes.
What do you think? Just aging, huh? Or wisdom?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna just say it's
I bet you
a
kill
hard life.
I bet you kill some
worrying
ducks.
about duck hunting and too much.
Worrying about rain, worrying about water.
I'm telling you, it's getting worse now. We're all aging faster because it's such a stressful place.
Wow, how old are you, B-Sky?
24.
Damn.
I know. I got receding hairline going on. I mean, it's getting rough out here.
Give me ball soon.
I'm telling you, my damn hairline is trying to connect to the back of my neck over here.
He's trying to get hair all over the place, huh?
I know. Luckily, though, beard's coming in.
But no, seriously, it's great to be back. Be back with folks that I know have kind of the same ideals, the same growth, the work ethic, the same outlook.
Yeah.
The same grammar.
Yeah,
I'd like to say that.
Yeah, it is exactly the grammar for sure. And
same grammar.
Yeah, and you can call me and say, "Hey Tim, this boat sucks. We need to fix it." And I'm like, "Okay, it does suck."
Well, dang, what are we gonna do now?
I'll meet you at the plant.
All right, B-Scott.
We got one.
That's what's so great about it. So hey, let's go. We need to beat on. And that's what's great about it. Sometimes things happen for a reason, and sometimes things don't fit together no more, and you got to step out and go different directions.
That's right.
But you always kind of look, that you always kind of, I hate to, I don't hate to say it. 100%, I've always kept an eye on what Tim was doing. I've seen, him build one successful boat company and then turn to another and do it again. And 100%, keep that same work ethic, keep that same positive direction going, the same positive attitude toward everything that he's done. And I mean, it's 100%.
Well, I appreciate
showing
that.
through on you. So
I appreciate that.
it's a good place to be.
It's hard. It's hard to stay positive, but with people like you, though, people like you, though, it makes it easy.
Well, trust me. There's a lot of people that depend on you, and a lot of people that look up to what you've done and how you've changed things. And I mean, you've changed the boat industry and done a lot to influence a lot of people in an extremely positive way. And you always kind of got to remember that in the background too.
Especially in Arkansas too.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, Arkansas maybe, but hell, when you look at the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's national. I mean, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're going to change again, Freddie.
That's good. I guarantee.
We're going to shape. We're going to reshape it. Matter of fact, I was talking to somebody last night.
We fix a wreaking havoc with screaming freedom, bro.
Yeah, that's right. I promise you. We're going to change it again. I was talking to somebody. Last night on the way home, and I got into it with somebody on Facebook.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it was about talking trash about somebody that I didn't even know, just to talk trash on Facebook. I'm like. Anyways, I finally talked to the guy, but anyways, that's a long story. But the guy called me and said, "Boy, you got upset." I said, "Yeah, I got upset." I said, "I'm about tired of this shit." I said, we're about to change the industry once again, And of course, I told him at the time that you're gonna come on board, and B Scott and Daryl and all the good people helping us. I mean, we got tons of sponsors now, but everybody is, you surround yourself with good people and good things happen.
That's all there is to it. All there is to it.
And that's just what you got to remember.
Invest in people.
It. It's kind of like a dog training. I always tell people, listen, you can have a good dog if you train by yourself. You can have a good dog if you train with other good trainers. Uh-huh. But if you surround yourself with the best trainers out there, which I've tried to do, and get in my group and click with the best around, you're going to bring yourself up to that level, and that's, I mean, that goes for anything. Any and everything.
And putting the time in, it's inevitable. Yeah. If you work hard, you put your time in, you can do anything.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a really great videographer, and the only reason I was because I hung around David Weldon a lot.
Yeah. He's my favorite. He loves to go deer hunting too.
David's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, loves to fly.
He loves heights.
He loves
Me
to
and
fly.
David get along.
He loves walking through thickets, creek bot beds. Wearing boots and walking through water that aren't waterproof.
Don't ever mention chiggers.
If it's above 72 degrees, he's out.
He actually complains about the whole situation.
But to us, it's fun.
Yeah, to me, I giggle about it, and he's like, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "You just make me laugh. You're funny. You're the one that picked this career, David, not me." But
follow the money.
Yeah, follow the money. It's it's good people. I mean, I can say that's one thing about Havoc. It definitely have a lot of good people. Even our dealers. I mean, a lot of our dealers been with us a long time. And when stuff gets messed up, they'll just call me and say, "Hey, you screwed up." I know,
and we'll work it out.
We'll fix it. So we never beat around the bush. We always take blame. If it's our fault, it's our fault.
Oh yeah.
And try to make it.
I mean, you can't beat around the bush or anything like that, or go all Kamala Harris whatsoever.
I'm like,
answer the question with another question that doesn't make sense.
That's right.
Yeah, when somebody's transom cracks or something, and they try to beat around the bush, so I just had a little bitty setback on it.
You don't say it's Trump's fault?
No.
Okay. I've told people before. I'm like, they'll try to lie, and it's obviously a lie.
Oh yeah.
It's obviously. I know what the boat is. I know what it can do. I know what would cause that kind of damage. Yeah. And they'll lie about it. I'm like, listen, if you just tell me exactly what happened,
we'll fix it.
We're going to still
fix it.
We will replace it, dude. Just tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I know you had 15 inches of setback on this boat. I know. We're still going to fix it, but you got to tell me the truth first.
I was on TikTok the other day, and a dude posted a thing, and he was like, I posted a video, was messing with the Freedom rigs, and he commented and said, well, mine didn't hold up. I had a log on the river 10 miles an hour. And he posted a picture in the comments of it. And I said, that is not 10 miles an hour hitting a log down the river for one. I've done that.
Yeah.
That's a full speed. I'm like, that's not our problem to fix. Call your insurance company. Like,
yeah.
What do you want us to do about that?
If you take your truck,
I mean, the whole bottom of the boat was like had a hole in it. I'm like, That's not 10 miles an hour down the river.
No, that's
I mean, Freddie, have you seen customers and have you seen the industry change like that? I mean, you're the wisdom duck hunter. I mean, you're a legend, man. I mean, back in the day, we used to drive war eagles and stuff. And hop all over the place, but now just people are just so much more. Were they more needy or more?
Well, they're just, I mean,
more demanding or expectations are so high.
Expectations are so high, and then they're definitely they don't blame themselves for a lot of stuff.
Oh, they don't blame anybody.
So I don't think
there's
no accountability.
It's everybody's fault but their own.
Yeah.
And I mean that's everything. And plus, there's so many folks that are, not to change the subject, but keyboard warriors and that sort of thing. But I mean, a lot of folks that they don't want to. Let's say that the ethics of self-responsibility, of blaming yourself for your own actions. A lot of people, they can't see that they did something wrong and want to blame
They don't even know how to argue the case if you blame yourself.
No.
Say, this is my fault. He's like,
what?
Huh?
So, the duck hunting game's changed. Like, if you look at it over the last 15 years, just the progression of how it's changed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
and it's kind of the same.
Let me ask you this: Do you miss like the old days of the glory days of duck hunting when it wasn't so fast paced and so
well, there's
glamorous?
Okay, all right. Well, here's the thing. A lot of folks say, "Man, I missed the golden years of duck hunting." I did a complete write up. The golden years of duck hunting are right now, and the reason I say that is because when I grew up duck hunting, we could only kill 2 ducks. We had 30 days to hunt.
Paper shells.
Yeah. Well, we can shoot lead then. But
shoot musket balls out there.
But anyway, but here's the thing.
Drove his T model out there.
but seriously, I had a flat bottom that was in the back of a Dodge, and we in a 9.9 that we'd put on the thing and run a little 3-gallon gas tank. Right. And we went duck hunting.
But there is more people duck hunting now than there was back then.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the golden years because more people are able to go out there and shoot their limited birds. I mean, nobody hunted past. We had 30-day season. Nobody hunted literally Monday through Friday. Everybody hunted on Saturday and Sundays because everybody worked. Nobody works during duck season now. Most everybody's hunting 30, 45.
Freddie, why is that?
Well, just because we love our outdoor sports, and we'd rather not have income during that period and rather duck hunt.
Is that a good thing?
No, it's not a good thing.
They get in the grand scheme of things, it cannot. But
in the moment, it is a good thing.
No, but seriously, I mean, so now we're able to kill 6 ducks. We're able to hunt 60 days. We've got all these great places to hunt, and we've got some of the best freaking decoys. We got some of the best trained dogs ever. We've got some the best. Everything we've got is the best stuff, the best stuff, the best stuff, the best stuff, and we're 100% living the golden age of duck hunting right now, because I'm going to tell you, things are fixing to change in 2 to 3 years. They're going to lower their limits. They're going to maybe take us down to a 45-day season. So, a lot of
you
folks,
think all that's going to happen?
I do. I don't see any way that it can't for a little bit if the duck numbers show a fall this year again. But going back to the years ago, we killed 2 ducks. Now, don't get me wrong. Those were great times because during that time, we started bow hunting for ducks because, in all honesty, we could go out on the management area that we were hunting, and we'd take a half a dozen to a dozen decoys. There'd be 3 of us. We'd have load our shotguns. The first group of ducks would come in, and literally I'd kill. We'd pretty much, if there was 10 ducks in there, we'd pretty much kill our ducks, pick out a drake and a hen, or try to kill all drakes. And most of the time, that first group, we were pretty much done and maybe needed a drake or 2 on the next group. We was done. So we started just bringing our bows out there and shooting our limits with our bows, because at least we could stay out there for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And call in 4 or 5 groups.
So duck hunting is really good. I mean, it's in the.
I'm gonna say it was good, but it was no better than what it was. But here the problem was, or the difference was, maybe I didn't have. Me and my brothers and dad and whatever and friends, whoever was hunting that hole, we didn't have somebody 500 yards from us. We didn't have somebody a half a mile from us. We didn't have somebody the closest person was probably a mile.
B Scott, you all right?
You all right? Yeah. 911. Anyway,
Sorry, take the camera off of him. He's choking over here.
Yeah. So, but you know, to go back to what I was saying, we didn't have the pressure. Everybody, you can pull up to the boat ramp, and everybody knew everybody, and everybody pretty much hunted the same holes, and you didn't mess with other people and stuff where they were hunting. You didn't. You didn't need
times have changed. Let me ask you this.
But I mean, it's all because it's become a very, 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 very built-in sport, or a very
marketable sport,
social built sport.
Social media built sport
with that too. But the thing about it is, what it's done is it's created not thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but millions of dollars
of
revenue and millions of jobs for folks and all kinds of. I mean, they wouldn't sell near as many shotgun shells. It wouldn't sell near as many boats. It wouldn't sell near as. So it's 100% the golden years of everything.
I agree with you,
because it's given everybody the opportunity to follow something. And then, of course, our lifestyle's gotten better as far as people making more money. Now we're going the other direction. And, but people are can't afford to hunt 45 days of the year, whether they're taking days off, saving up all their off time, or they put enough money in the bank, construction worker or what have you. A lot of people, I'm not going to lie, that's why I went into construction. I wanted to be able to take the winters off and try to work my butt off all summer to do that.
Right.
And that's where I got my start. But go ahead.
The social media. You said something about social media. Do you think social media is a good thing for outdoor sports? I mean, I know we all use social media. Daryl, you use social media, 24/7, and
I use it.
I mean, everybody uses it. Do you think when does social media become a problem?
Well, I mean, it's a love-hate thing. As far as I love it because I love seeing. I love sharing hunts. I love being able to market myself. I mean, that's what you're doing on social. Right. The market things I do, the people I work with,
to support your lifestyle
and support my lifestyle and those sorts of things. But also, tons of folks use it to just like some people might post trips of their Cancun, or pictures of their Cancun trip or whatever, and doing this and that, where a lot of folks duck hunting, deer hunting, pheasant hunt, whatever, those sorts of things. There is their grind. So they're posting those. Of course, to me, all you're doing is bringing more people into the sport.
Right.
And 100%, that is the best thing you can do, no matter how much you hate having more people. If you're going to continue to have duck hunting, if you're going to continue to have deer hunting, if you're going to continue to go pheasant hunt, if you're going to continue this and that and that and this, and even all the way down to fishing, you better get every single person you can to get into that sport that you love, and you better drag them in. You better show them all the pictures. Social media is a great way to do that, because I promise you, they will take it away from us one day once our numbers start dwindling the other way.
Yeah,
they'd love to do it right now.
Why though?
I mean, they just, I don't know. Why don't people like vegan? Why are people vegans?
I don't know.
I mean, that's just it. I mean, some dudes like dudes, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, that's why. I don't know. I mean, that's a question.
That's a weird question.
That is a weird question.
I guess it's just, I wouldn't know anything about it. Because I shoot a
Don't look at me like that, Freddy.
That's B Scott, not me.
No, but
I don't know nothing
you
about
get
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I know you seen my son in here like 5 minutes ago.
Everybody's
the mini me. That was in here earlier.
That's definitely
that was a cover up.
Yeah, but
But I mean, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, everybody's different.
You can hate social media for what it may have done to certain aspects of certain people's hunting, that sort of thing. Just like, years ago, people used to have their own own duck holes up at Dave Donaldson or over on the Tennessee Real Foot, those sorts of things. And then it went public. People hated that. We don't get through there. And a lot of fights and stuff went on, so even some crazy stuff. But the thing about it, if those were the only people still hunting right now, I promise you,
it'd be dead. It would ruin our future, I guess.
Well,
it would.
The future of duck hunting, the future of hunting, the future of our grandchildren, all that would have been short lived by half the span. I'm not going to say it's going to end in 50 years. I'm not going to say it's going to end in 75 years. But you can damn well bet within 100 years, if we make it that long, they're going to eat up every bit of it, But I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a love. Social media is a love-hate relationship, but it's the best.
It's in the hands of the beholder.
Yeah, but it's the best way to bring a ton of people into sport and educate them, those that don't hunt, to what the sport's all about, whether it's duck hunting, deer hunting, or what have you. So, to me, it's a great thing. To a lot of people, they hate it, but they can't see the big value in it, in my opinion.
Well, it's like people in general, though. If it's somebody online that's doing stuff or posting stuff or commenting stuff that you're like, man, how's this guy even, like, who gave this guy permission to use social media?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
but you're not going to like that guy.
Idiots. A lot of time I'm an idiot, too.
But you're not going to like that guy in person either.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes you do. Sometimes you meet that person, he's the nicest guy in the world, but some reason he was picked last at wall ball in junior high, and he's still pissed off at life. You know what I'm saying?
There's so many.
But
things.
You see what I'm saying? The dude got picked last for wall ball, and he's still pissed off at everybody.
I gotta say something about that real quick. There's so many things on a day-to-day basis that you forget.
Yeah,
like normal words, normal things, names, whatever.
Dude, wall ball.
The fact that you brought back up wall ball.
Who remembers wall ball?
Were you the last guy who picked the wall ball?
Dude,
I was not the last guy.
That's like a personal story, didn't it?
I was not the last guy.
How many times did y'all just smash your wrist in wall ball? Just jam them up.
Oh, a bunch.
Well, anyways. Well, that guy doesn't deserve a smartphone.
Right.
Give that dude a bag phone, please.
The old flipper.
Yeah.
Speed up.
But
speed down.
so are you pretty pumped up about this duck season running?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot different.
Well, it's going to be different. It's going to be. I see a lot of opportunities, a lot of things opening up as far as directions I can go now, and as far as hunting, and then, I know y'all got some other thing on the plate that are.
We've already talked about new designs since you've been here.
I know.
It's just like, oh my God, here we go.
So I mean, and that's what's great, and seeing innovation be sparked again,
rekindle the fire, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, things kind of at some point they kind of they get lackluster.
Yeah, I know.
And
are you more excited now about the future and what's to come?
Oh yeah,
and then
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always been on the end of marketing and research, or not some marketing, but research and development. So I've always been on that.
That's always the fun part, isn't it?
And it is.
It's boots on the ground,
right? And a lot of times, I did good at that because I wasn't scared to hurt myself. And so,
are you calmed down? I mean, I noticed in the videos you have calmed down a little bit.
Well, I've calmed down quite a bit.
Is that because of your old age?
Well, I don't heal near as quick, and I have broke fingers. I broke a clavicle, broke 3 ribs.
That shit hurts, don't it?
Oh yeah, it does. And you don't bounce back. Like I used to.
No.
And I mean, and tore up a lot of equipment, tore up stuff that I should have, and tore up stuff that I shouldn't have. And that sort of thing. And then plus you get wiser and
that's where the gray. That's where the gray comes from.
That's where the gray comes from. But also, I know that it's fun too.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's hard to get away from it, though.
It is. It's fun. It's fun.
It makes you feel young again.
Well, I guess you could say that, but most time when I wasn't feeling, what's the word I'm looking for? Unsmart.
Yeah.
Unsmart.
Bad decision. Yeah. That was not a good decision.
But here's the thing. What I'm trying to say about that is I love making bad decisions when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Unfortunately, it's more fun.
Yeah. It is. So that's it. Boy, I shouldn't have never done that. But you should have been there.
Yeah.
I mean,
you'd have never known. You should never done it. You did it.
You remember the stuff you shouldn't have done for way longer than the stuff you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
You look back to man, that was
not the move.
Yes.
Laugh about it.
And the great thing about it was, even back then I filmed probably 90% of the stuff I shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And I love it too.
Yeah.
So
that keeps you. It just keeps you going. That's just your personality, Freddie. That's who you are.
I guess.
Well, Freddie, thank you for being here, man.
Man, I've enjoyed it. I mean, I really have enjoyed everything that I've seen.
And I know that we're excited.
Soaked it up. So
my family's excited. Actually, she came up here today to see you, and she's super stoked to getting the band back together is what she calls it.
I heard
the
that.
dream team, baby.
The
dream team.
But things Rooster's coming back to home eventually. So and then things always make a circle, and they make a circle for a reason. And, and things always, if you're living right and doing right and trying to be right, things always kind of work out for the best.
Yeah,
that's just all there is to it.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
You guys, you're gonna stay tuned because it's about to get wild.
Yeah, it's about to get crazy. Good old Freddy back.
Guarantee.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So, are you gonna kill a buck tomorrow, or are you gonna work? Do you gotta work tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta work.
You gotta work in the deer stand?
Yeah.
I gotta work on getting in the stand.
Yeah.
And then when I'm there and working on shooting.
What I didn't tell you, Tim, is I went yesterday, put some more feed, changed that camera out.
Yeah.
And I was gonna hang my setup in, and then I kind of got distracted because I started saying I need to move it, get out of there fast. And I took 2 of my sticks in. I didn't take 2 of my sticks, didn't bring them in. And apparently I set them on the ground by the tree my camera's on, I think. So I only know where 2 of my sticks are for sure.
Oh.
So when he gets in there,
Freddie, what did I tell you? What did I tell you in the truck today?
I heard you.
I'm telling you.
Lose his ass if it wasn't connected.
Yeah. I guarantee it. I said Daryl and V-Scott are just alike.
Oh, good.
They break all.
It comes with age. You know what I mean? It comes with age. It has to come with age.
Hey, Freddie, I've been the most prepared person for the past 2 weeks.
I hear you. And if it ain't got Tim's name on it, it's got beads on it.
Yeah, that's right. It's V-Scott or Tim.
Listen, he runs his like hunting room like a inventory cabinet of like VIN numbers. I'm like, dude, chill out. There's 4 sets of these same gloves here. Sure, I've bought these gloves before. Surely these gloves are mine. And he's like, check the tag.
He goes upstairs. He goes upstairs. His mama says, "Hey, he's going to the hunting room." I said, "What? What?"
He throws such a big fit. I'd rather go buy a new pair of gloves and get the pair of gloves that I already bought out of his hunting room.
Well, Tim said it's so bad that I have to put my name on my underwear.
Yeah,
he does.
Hey, it's actually funny. B Scott, where we were at yesterday. Oh, we're at the store right before I was going up to the lease, and he's like, "Man, these pants are a little bit big. I don't know whose pants these are." And me and Jay are like,
"Dude, that's just a freak coincidence. They couldn't have been his. Because let me tell you,
me and Jay
ain't fitting 34.
Me and Jay are like, "Are those Tim's pants?"
Oh my god!
Listen, all right, if they would have been his pants, they wouldn't have. The length would have been 34s. They'd have been like 24s.
No, I'll wear 36 30s.
36 30s.
34 30s.
See, those were like 34s. Lengthwise.
But it's funny because he's like, these pants don't know whose pants
that's
are.
just
We were like,
coincidence. Full-fledged coincidence.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't have been able to sleep if I'd known that.
Dude, whatever.
But anyway, he's gonna find out when little Briggs grows up.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's why Dad put his name on everything.
I promise you. I promise
Freddie, you know what I'm talking about.
I promise you.
Everything starts walking off.
100%. Oh, promise you.
Yeah.
I was even with my girls, I had to put my tools back where you got them.
Yeah.
I mean, even
why is it side by side not running right?
Yeah.
Just tell me you broke it.
Did you put that daggum mixed gas in your 4-wheeler? So, yeah, it's just stuff like that.
And you worry about stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Then you're trying to convince yourself that God, I was not that dumb when I was that young.
Oh, but I was.
You was.
I was.
I actually said,
you know what kills me? If I put some somewhere and somebody moves it and they don't put it back where I had it, and I'll be looking for it, and I'll get so mad at them. Like, why don't you put it right back here? You literally picked it up from right here. Why don't you put it
Haley do that to you a lot? Like,
yes.
Like just cleans up after you?
Yeah. And she'll be organized, and I'm like, where's my keys? I'm looking for them. She's like, I put them in the bowl. I'm like, wow, they were right here for a reason.
Ashley tells me I was a complete dipshit when I was Brandon's age.
Because, he gets.
She goes, you were a dipshit, Tim. A complete dipshit. She did. She goes, you were a dipshit when you were his age. I don't want to hear it.
I will say, she
we
stands
gotta
up
admit
for
it.
me
I
on
mean, we just as bad.
Hey, circle of life.
Yeah, circle of life. You grow up, mature.
Yeah.
If you weren't a dipshit when you were my age, you wouldn't be sitting
You're
here.
just a damn old spike right now.
Dude, I'm at least a fork, dude.
You're a damn spike.
He called you a spike. That's so
Yeah, he's a
disrespectful.
damn spike. He ain't a fork or horn.
Maybe a basket rag. At least I got some chance
Yeah.
to go.
Oh, that's funny.
Mainframe 8 for sure.
Well, friend,
Not a big one, but
Like 80 inches. Yeah.
spike.
Probably 158.
Spike.
158. Wait, what's your tape measure his?
B Scott State Measure, of course, with a hashtag in front of it.
Well, man,
I guess that wraps this up.
it wraps it up.
It's
I feel like we can sit here and bullshit all night.
It's gonna get deeper too.
Yeah, it's just gonna get deeper.
It's only gonna get worse.
Our audience will say, "What the hell are we watching here?"
Yeah, I'm telling you. Guys, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Check out our other videos. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you later.